in 6th. I'm gonna tip into it real slow. That was lagging right there, big time.
Was it?
Big time.
So let's just say that you're in the market to buy a newer diesel truck, for example, a 2011 plus diesel, like maybe a Powerstroke or a Duramax, or maybe even stepping up your game and getting a 2019 plus Cummins. And let's be really honest here, these trucks are awesome. Not only do they look good, but they're powerhouses. They have plenty of horsepower, plenty of torque, and it's also really nice to have that peace of mind that you can pretty much haul whatever you need to with these diesel trucks. But if you've done any research on these trucks, the biggest issue with these is the fact that the CP4 or the fuel injection system may or may not explode. You just don't know. Prior to 2011, they had the CP3 fuel injection pumps from Bosch, and they were pretty reliable, really not a lot of issues with them. But of course, the Good Idea Fairy decided to step it up to a CP4, which unfortunately is extremely unreliable. So what does that mean to the end user? If that pump actually fails, you're out about $8,000 to $10,000, and that's nothing to laugh about. So if you're watching this video and you own one of these engines, I'm sure that's always in the back of your mind. But the good news, however, is that S&S Diesel came out with a problem solver, which is called the DCR. I'm sure a lot of you guys have already heard about that. It's about a $2,000 option, but it's a good peace of mind, and not only that, it flows better, so you're gonna have a lot more horsepower. But let's go ahead and get back on topic here. So last year, a buddy of mine, his name's Nick, he purchased a 2011 6.7 liter Powerstroke. He paid $27,000 for this unit. Yeah, he's had a few problems, but at the end of the day, it's treated him well. Now, after I just explained grenading a CP4 injection pump into a diesel engine, unfortunately that Powerstroke owner's worst nightmare may actually happen. If you clicked on this video and you see how long it's gonna be, it's a shocker to me as well. I haven't posted a YouTube video this long on my channel in years, so I highly recommend that you watch it from start to finish, especially if you own a truck, because this information may be invaluable. I'm gonna make it my personal endeavor to document this video to help others, and not only that, we gotta get Nick back on the road and fix this truck in a timely manner, because right now time is of the essence.
Oh man, what's up with the Ford now?
Still got issues, man. Oh, let me show you something.
Bet you want to pull your hair out.
Sometimes, you know. But that's vehicles in general, right? Okay, so you all know that's always been there. It's always been like that. But now, check out. Okay, I gotta grab a flashlight.
Oh, you're talking about the oil leak? Are we talking oil leak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was looking under the hood the other day, and I looked way back in there. I was looking to see it. Let's check that out. Do you see those vapors back in there? Yep. Look at that. That's not right.
So you're leaking oil from there.
That's what I'm figuring.
We're gonna figure it out.
I hope so. At least I hope it's that simple. I'd much rather that than an upper oil pan.
The biggest reason why he has this here is because he's losing fuel rail pressure.
Yeah.
And this is kind of a big deal because the CP4s are known for that, as you guys just saw here in the beginning of the video.
So for a daily driver standpoint, it's not too big of a deal because I don't rag on my truck too hard, you know? So under full throttle, I'll start to lose rail pressure because it's demanding almost 30,000 PSI at full throttle. And then it'll give you 30,000 for a second, and then it'll start dropping down. And if it drops down far enough, I'll get the low engine or low power message and check engine light and all that. But then, you know, I let my foot off the throttle and I get back to normal, and it'll drive fine.
Okay, that's good. So you can at least drive it.
Yes.
It's very concerning.
Yep. So if I continue to do that, then I'm going to start having major issues.
So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and talk to A-Rod. He has a YouTube channel. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but we're going to head over there right now. He's a Ford technician. He has his own shop, which is awesome, and we're going to get the real deal scoop. He's going to diagnose this thing. Is it really the CP4, or is it a rail, or is it a sensor? I don't know, but we're going to figure it out.
And the oil issue.
And the oil issue.
Leak.
That's kind of a big deal too.
Yep.
We got about an hour and 10 on the highway, so let's go ahead and hit the road right now and meet up with Aaron.
Real quick. So at idle, you see it dip into the red.
Oh yeah.
That's indicative of the CP4 getting weak. So it's demanding 3.7 and it dips down to 3.5. I think I've seen 3.3 as it's going through that weird flutter. So like, but when I stomp on it,
sure did. It dropped.
And I'll show you again. Watch that one right there. That one's actually just looking now. When it drops down to like 26, if I keep my foot on it for a while, then it'll fall completely off.
Aaron's already ready to go. Nice little shop. Cozy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What's your YouTube channel called exactly?
Powerstroke Tech Talk with A-Rod.
With
If you
A-Rod.
just type in Powerstroke and A-Rod, you'll see it populate up.
Somewhere in there. Okay. He is a Ford technician, so the guy knows what he's doing, right?
I just started yesterday, man.
Yesterday. Power strokes are a lot tighter than Duramax. I'm just gonna say it right now.
You think so?
I think so. Just a little bit. You can't even get your hand on
I don't know, man. I don't. Oh, when I look at those, I'm just. But I haven't really.
You deserve
worked
that,
on
Josh.
one.
I do.
Right
Ford
stick.
guys.
Right back here is where I saw vapors coming up. Actually,
Oh, you said
I might
crankcase vapors, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead and talk more about, well, we'll talk about the leak too, but I do want to get into the CP4 issue that he's having as well.
Dipstick tube.
100%.
You said as you shut it off, you can see the vapors
Yeah, as you,
coming out
yeah,
of it.
it got
Okay, so is it just O-rings on
There's
there?
two of them.
Yeah, I was
Two
wondering.
little orange ones.
I've lost gallons of oil
Well, I don't think that's gonna be gallons though.
I wouldn't think so.
over time,
Like, what are you talking about? Like a week?
like 50,000 miles.
Oh, well, then,
over
yeah,
that
okay,
course
I'm
of
thinking
time.
like, man,
no,
Oh,
over the course of my ownership of this
yeah,
truck,
absolutely, for sure,
it's
for sure.
it's spewed out.
I'm sure the
gallons worth.
underside's got to look like complete.
Now,
You want to see the excessive blow-by when the thing's running?
The excessive what?
I call it the excessive blow-by, but...
Oh, you got a lot?
Oh, dude.
How many miles are on the motor?
35,000, 36,000.
Complete assembly, or did somebody go through it?
It dropped the glow plug tip. And it blew a cylinder, so it was completely gone through. Had to redone everything.
I did a couple of those before.
Not pressurized.
Well, I would think
It's just the vapors.
I would think that's
It comes out of there too.
No, it's a Duramax, so it's better than a Powerstroke.
Look at this guy.
We're
Look
good.
at this guy. When Ford has the CCV routed to the lower intake manifold, it is on the low pressure side. So now the turbo's drawing in all that fresh air. It's going to naturally want to draw in that CCV and evacuate the whole crankcase.
I believe the CP4 is actually getting weak, and under demand, it actually drops off, and I lose fuel rail pressure.
Really?
Yeah.
Setting a check engine light or anything with that?
It
or?
does set off the reduced engine power.
What code are you getting?
I'd have to do it to show you. I can pull up the code, but I don't have it right now.
I know the DCR is definitely, we were comparing the output of what the 23 high outputs are supposed to have to what the DCR output, and it is considerably much higher than what the stock 23 output of a CP4 is. So
Without tuning it, so it's just a direct...
just direct, what did they say in the SS video? What was Luke saying? It was comparable to a 10 millimeter stroker CP4 or something, wasn't
CPX?
it? No, not
so it's
CPX.
considered a 10 mil.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, without tuning it.
I think that's what it was equivalent to with the volume of flow that it can, produce, or
That's
pressure.
pretty awesome. So the amount of stuff you already got going on in here, your air and fuel will be, it's actually going to complement the motor nicely.
And it's got a bigger
DCR.
non-VGT
know
turbo in
that.
there, so.
So you need more
It'll
air.
improve.
Yeah.
What else you gotta have? More fuel.
More fuel.
But you need fuel now, not.
Yo.
Okay, come on. No.
Well, with this non-VGT, I got so much boost lag. So,
I wonder if it would make a difference. I don't work with those style turbos to have data to back that up, but I wonder.
I would like to put in the VGT turbo back
I
in
know that people have been saying that they feel like their truck is more snappier. Because that
With the
FRP, and I have the banks on my A-pillar, and I have FRP pulled up, and I mean, you see just a, boom,
It just jumps.
Yeah.
That's with a VGT turbo.
the stock truck, stock 2020
Yeah.
VGT or whatever, so.
Yeah.
With the DCR or no? Yeah, with the DCR. It's the channel truck. Yep.
Nice.
This is the video that I just did
It's nice.
the power stop brakes on. That was the last one I did at the dealership, so people ask asking me about the brakes, and it's cool to have something that everybody else has, and we can relate and bounce ideas off. Hey, what brakes you use? What shocks you use? What tires? It's a really cool community to be in with Super Duties and Duramaxes.
Oh man, you're the big hater. Oh, it's nice though, man.
That's a Sharp King Ranch right
Maybe he'll trade you.
there. Yeah, I'm sure he would gladly. Yeah.
So I love lights.
Look at that.
And I like modifying.
You know what? This is boring Ford content. What is going on with this thing over here? What is this? Hey, is this your truck, Aaron?
Yeah.
Can I buy it? Oh no, we got to put a Duramax in this thing. Look at this, guys. Square body. All right, let's go back to your truck. Yeah, this is the more exciting stuff. Anyways, let's go back to the lights. So we're done here. We're gonna go ahead and go outside and just check out the CP4 issue. But I mean, we've been sitting here for about I don't know, an hour. And
Has it been only an hour? It feels like it's been a little bit more.
Maybe it has. It doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, it's leaking oil. So I mean.
Yeah, it's already. There's quite a bit there.
But I think the subject of this video really is, and I'm sorry, I need to get to the point here. We're gonna have this Ford technician actually check this thing out and see, maybe just from the diagnostics that he can pull up, that you in fact have a weak CP4 fuel injection pump.
I hope he can actually confirm that. Yeah.
Yeah, and if it does, sad news, man. It kind of sucks. It's just like more stuff to go wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You buy these trucks for work, and
the CP4 is the crux or the mortal enemy of the Ford Powerstroke.
well, for Duramax too, and Cummins.
Is it in all three of them?
CP4s, man. Yeah.
Yep.
They just blow up without notice, and
Yeah, you can put any kind of little bit of sediment through your fuel system and kaboom. That's why I only go to truck stops. I don't ever go to small stations anymore.
What do you mean?
You pay a lot more at truck stops
Oh,
for fuel, but I just can't risk it. The local speedway here was, they found water in the fuel recently, and it cost one guy who had a fleet of trucks. It blew up 2 of his CP4s with no disaster kit, cost him 20 grand.
So a local fueling station.
Yep. With
Contaminated
like
fuel.
2 diesel pumps, like little
I did
small
not know
places.
that.
Yeah.
Maybe
Retuned to a higher horsepower, so it's going to be demanding more fuel. And I'm going to do something intentionally that makes me a little nervous. I'm going to purposely drop fuel rail pressure.
Yeah. While we're an hour and 10 from home or something.
Yeah.
It's all good. We got AAA, right? No? Okay.
I don't know if I have towing on this or not. Let's find out.
Come on, check engine
I'm just
light.
going like this and
just driving normally?
Yeah. No code.
Okay, no code.
No code.
Yeah, so we can't duplicate the code, so.
Well,
it's not stored either in his little scan tool deal, so.
good thing I got power stops.
But regardless, the fuel is dropped, the pressure is dropping.
Yeah.
I mean, DCR all the way. I mean, if you're going to be that far into it, I mean, it's cheap enough to do a driver side rail as well.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well.
Well, that was the other thing. It was like, what if it's not the problem? You know how it goes. But
if you had something wrong with the fuel injector or a return leak or something internal and it was bleeding fuel pressure off into the return side, you'd have a consistent check engine light. The fact that you are getting this under high fuel demand only leads me to believe that we're having a volume issue. DCR and left-hand rail, I think would be the couple.
Well, either way, it's overall $2,000 versus $15,000. You pick, right?
$250 rail, I'll do that all day.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Fine.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get the technician in the front seat over here, and Nick is gonna sit in the back seat of his Powerstroke.
Do you guys
I don't think I've ever sat in the back seat of one of my trucks.
That's weird. Have you ever sat in the back seat of your truck before? That would be weird.
No.
Let us know in the comments if you've sat in the back seat of your vehicle while someone else drove it.
Yeah, this is weird. This is weird. But at least it's somebody I trust. If it was Josh,
I like your lumbar support. I feel a lot of relief.
Are you talking about the backrest?
And no, I got this pillow, man.
Oh.
This feels good. All right, we're gonna go neck and neck with the semi, and then we're gonna give it the beans.
And what you're looking for is the bottom left. That's the rest. We're racing. Well, peace.
Maybe wait till it gets into overdrive. Okay, we're in 6th. I'm gonna tip into it real slow. Damn, 29K.
40 PSI boost.
Man, them 6.0 head bolts would be stretching, wouldn't they?
They would. Yeah. You might as well say bye-bye.
Man. That's what's good about these 6.7s. I have seen so many trucks just on the internet and just people that have come into, you know, different shops where, you know, they have stuff done to these trucks and they freaking hold up, man.
They do.
They obviously, I know the International wasn't Ford, but for the 6.7 coming out in 2011, and here we are 2024, this is the longest running diesel platform that Ford has had, and it is still around. It's a great platform to do a lot of stuff to. That was lagging right there, big time.
Was it?
Big time. Big time. That was requesting 28.9 and it was 26, 25, 24. Oh wow. So I like to think of the high pressure oil system and the fuel system as a water in a glass. Right now we had a hole in the glass. We typically would get a check engine light on, but because this has got a different type of control system on it, the parameters in which some of DTC set may be a little wider than what it should be. Nonetheless, those two are supposed to meet, are supposed to match. The 4 different polls that we've done, they've been pretty much close. This one was not. And that only leads me to believe, why do we have a hole in the glass? If we had a continued problem right now, this thing's about to shut off, man. Oh my gosh, what's going on? Reduce power, what? That's not happening. So my thinking, trying to be logic here, is the pump. We could have a weak pump, or we could have a bad driver side fuel rail.
At least it's still running. At least it's still running. It hasn't exploded yet.
Even after that abuse.
It is a Ford too, you know. We got to be careful.
However, it is only supposed to come out of there when you take that cap off.
He's actually going to go ahead and make his YouTube video on this right here. Okay, so now that we have that figured out, the CP4 issue, DCR, that's going to be our deal. So we're going to go ahead and reach out to SNS Diesel and maybe go ahead and get this squared away. But I appreciate you, man. I really appreciate you looking at this. I know you are the subject matter expert.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of the Duramax guru, so this isn't really my forte.
I'm going to be calling you when I get my Duramax.
That's it, man. Yeah, for sure. Where can we find you? What's your phone number? Building, whatever?
If you guys want to get some service done, it's all Ford products, preferably the Powerstrokes. The shop line here is 947-900-1115. Powerstroke Truck Tech. We are here in the suburbs of Detroit, Michigan. So if you're local, come on through. We'll get you dialed in, get some maintenance, get some upgrades done, such as the DCR, or you want a 60-gallon fuel tank, or you want to get some 4SCAN stuff done. So
awesome.
Whatever you guys want.
Again, man, appreciate your time. We'll see you.
Thanks, man.
All right, guys, we are back, and we're gonna do something pretty awesome. He's over there setting up the time lapse. All right, so we got the camera crew going. We have the truck, the hood popped. We have the hoist arms up, so we have some room. The heat going. I think we're ready to rock, gentlemen.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
I'm pretty excited about this. It'll be awesome.
It's gonna be a lot of work.
I know. It's gonna be a long day. We'll be here for a while.
Just so you guys know, we did the DCR kit. We picked it up. This is like a week later, if you guys don't know, from SNS Diesel. Of course, if you have a Duramax, you have an LML, so an L11 to 16. or you have a Cummins, you know, common railed 6.7 with the CP4s in it. These guys make the CP3 conversion kits. I know they're not cheap, but when saving your fuel system, I'm talking thousands of dollars. We're talking $8,000 to $15,000. I know that sounds like a crazy range, but to spend your, you know, $2,500 for this part right here, you're really saving yourself a ton
Plus
of money.
maybe what, $1,000, $1,500 for install?
Oh gosh, probably more than that, dude. What I'm saying, the CP4 diesel injection pump in the 6.7 liter 2011 Powerstroke, if this thing grenades, it's gonna send those shards of metal through the injection system, which means that anything that fuel touches is gonna have to be replaced. For example, your fuel lines, your fuel injectors, your fuel filter, how do you even go housing, fuel lines all the way back to the tank. Can you imagine how pricey that can be?
Plus a tank.
Yeah, maybe even a tank, yeah.
Tank, filters, pump,
It's nuts.
dual rails.
This is a contained unit, so if anything inside actually does fail, which I honestly haven't heard of anybody having a failed DCR pump from S&S, but if it does, it's contained. So all those little pieces of metal are going to stay in the unit instead of in your fuel system. So that's why this is a problem solver. Not only that, it's going to flow so much better. And they put these things through the ringer. Man, I watched a lot of videos on this already. I got another one for you. I've never done this before, but I know we can handle this. It's just bolts, right? It's just a direct drop-in bolt-on part. We can handle this. Definitely finish watching this video to the very end. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up for the first time, take it on a little rip, and hopefully it fixed that problem. Because if it didn't, it's gonna be a bad day for us, because now we got more diagnosing to do. But let's get started. So this is the kit right here. We went ahead and unboxed it. This is gonna be, of course, your DCR pump like we talked about. They're gonna give you, of course, the bolts necessary. You're gonna have the two small bolts that recess right into the plate. Of course, you're gonna have all the fuel lines you're gonna need. This kit is very much complete. And not only that, Nick took the liberty to pick up the correct Ford part. This is the only thing that won't be in the kit that you're gonna need. Yeah, there's the part number, if you care. And oh, yeah, good call. Look at this. We actually just talked about this on Nick's channel at Diesel Ranch, so definitely check him out. This is the fitting that's going to connect to the DCR pump. And as you guys can see, we'll go ahead and get a shot of what the CP4 fitting looks like on the other pump, but this thing is wide open. So you're gonna get all the fuels. That is huge. A little irrelevant to the YouTube video, but it's freezing in here. If you watch the last video, it's like, I don't know, it's like 15 degrees outside, maybe a little colder, but my little heater's not catching up with anything in here. So I pulled this out of the shed. It hasn't started in like 3 years. It didn't start when I turned it on.
It stinks.
It smells good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's like 3-year-old diesel fuel. I took the cover off of it. The fan wasn't spinning. I just kind of gave her a little spin. Turn her on a little bit. Oh yeah, come on. Come on, old girl. Oh no, it's not working. Oh, there it goes. Oh, we're in business now. We're good. That can't be safe. Now we're pulling out that dipstick tube. He had that massive oil leak. Did you get it?
Yep.
I'm curious. I wonder if one of the O-rings are cut. You know?
That's my suspicion.
O-ring failed or something.
Or not.
No way. Did we do that just from wiggling it out? Did it?
No. No, I was. There's no way I was pulling that hard.
That's gnarly.
That's amazing.
So,
I was just spewing oil everywhere.
yeah, those O-rings weren't doing anything. Well, A-Rod, you were correct, sir. We needed a brand new oil dipstick tube, which I'm glad you bought just anyways. I mean,
Yeah.
he thought it was the O-rings, didn't he?
He suspected it was O-rings, but then he had a comment on his video, actually, where somebody said that, hey, come look at this. They don't have a mounting spot for the dipstick, because that goes down like this, and it's supposed to mount
So we need to
somewhere.
hate to say, but
there's no mount on these things.
we're gonna have to zip tie it. I hate to say
Zip
it.
tie or double-sided tape or
Yeah, you think this company, I don't know who they are, but you think this
Smedding.
company would like,
Smedding right there.
oh, you
It's a
think that they
cheaper
would
brand.
do something like there for that? Because that probably is what destroyed your tube.
All the vibration
Yeah, just
going on,
moving
it
around.
just tore it.
Oh, that sucks. Well, hey, at least we can get it done right. And while we're at it, guys, since I'm on that side, I'm gonna go ahead and replace the driver's side rail. We might as well. Got down to this point, which is awesome, because the CP4 is right there. I can put my hands on it. It's great. We're gonna have plenty of access. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull off this front bracket right here. We'll go ahead and get back there, get the bolts out, and we'll go ahead and pull this thing out. It came out easy. Came out really easy. All right, now we have access to the gear, the timing gear, which I need to get to. Line up those marks. Because when I put, like I said, I don't have to time the pump, but once I put the pump back on, I want to make sure that the gear's timed correctly where the marks are. And that's what it looks like. Of course, I'm going to have to remove that bolt, but all right, I'm going to keep moving. So I'm on the instructions. You have to do this prior to removing the actual pump, but you see the timing marks. You got that one little hash there, and you got the two. They have to line up on this tooth exactly before you pull this thing. But that's what it's supposed to look like. I had to turn the harmonic balancer, that thing, it's an 18 mil, 12 point. Kind of interesting. I know with the Duramax, it's just a 36 mil 12 point, so a little smaller, but easier to turn, which is good. So once we've done that, I'm gonna go ahead and get that big old 27 mil nut off there, and we should be good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the top here, start removing all the fuel lines, and then of course we gotta remove that driver's side rail so I can replace that. But yeah, we're moving, man. We're smooth sailing. This is going really quick. Oh. Yeah, that's the only way we can get it out. So the old faithful over here.
Not a bad idea.
Be protected. Watch out for the power strokes, they'll get you.
There it is.
All right, is it a girl or boy? Turn around and spank it. All right. This line's gonna be kind of a challenge here. There we go. All that work. We got it.
There's the CP4.
That's it, man. All right.
That is awesome.
All right, you can put everything back together. See ya. This is the CP4 that we just removed. And here is the fittings right here. Just kind of get a good look at it. This is the first thing that I noticed. You see that? All the fuel wide open. These ports are definitely restrictive compared to the S&S part. I know there's a lot more features to the DCR pump, but it was just the first thing that jumped out at me. And then obviously, you know, the difference in size. It's gonna fit in there just perfectly, just like as it would in the factory. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and install this part, and we'll go ahead and start plugging things together. Oh yes. Even that success noise you hear, that's like choo-choo.
Yep.
It's money right
fall
there.
into place.
That's money.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're in. All you gotta do is just push it in, suction that O-ring, and we're good. We can start buttoning everything back up. This is great, but it's in place. We're good. What are you doing? Nothing. Oh, okay. So just so you guys know, this aftermarket intake right here does not have a mounting point for that oil dipstick tube. I just put it in there, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to fabricate it a little bit for it to fit this deal. So obviously this truck is not stock, but if it was stock, we wouldn't have to worry about this.
Well, not only that.
It's all your fault.
Right. Not only that, not only does this not have a mounting point, this dipstick tube that we got came with an additional
Mounting point
that I didn't have in the last one. So I gotta cut that off because this does not fit on there with that tab on there.
That's lovely.
What's that tool called again?
Crow's foot. I don't know why, I was just blanking out on that one. I was gonna say eagle leg. It's an eagle leg.
I like the sound of an eagle leg better.
Kind of looks like an eagle leg. Look at that. So for now on, if you guys have a tool like that, you're gonna think of me and think of eagle leg. Okay, so the last bolt, I don't know, it was intake plenum. I don't know what this thing's called, but we just tightened it. So we are good. What else, Nick? What else do we need to do?
Just this hose right there, and
Prime the fuel system.
that's about it. It's been a long day, man.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
This wasn't fun. I know we didn't do a lot of filming, but
I mean, you can see right there. It's dark out now.
yeah, we have a time lapse going on the hoist.
Oh no, I'm pointing at the window.
Oh yeah, it's dark.
Yeah, it's dark out. We started at 8 a.m. this morning.
Oh yeah.
Jeez.
But yeah, we're pretty much done here. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime the fuel system, put the intake on, and we will see. Well, first off, if it starts leaking, I said this in the last video, but I'm going to cry if it happens. I'll just drive Nick home. We'll figure this tomorrow. But yeah, it wasn't a fun job, but it wasn't hard. It's just very tedious.
I'd probably put it over here.
Last piece? Yeah. Oh man. Matthew, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, we're gonna start it up for the first time. Hopefully nothing leaks. What do you think? You think something's gonna leak and the truck's gonna blow up?
An hour 34.
Oh, the time
on
lapse?
the time lapse.
Oh, that's gonna be a long one.
Man.
That's a big file.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, guys, as you can tell, we haven't even turned the key yet to prime the fuel system. I'm not worried about it, though. Okay, I'm a little worried.
We have no idea yet.
Yeah, we're not sure how this is gonna go, guys, but.
You want to get up top here and have a flashlight on it?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Ready to go?
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear it priming. We're gonna do this for a little bit. Yeah, so far so good. I haven't heard any leaks, but I gotta get my head in there. But we're gonna cycle the key a few times just to make sure before we even try to start this thing.
So we got the thing priming and there's no leaks that we can see in there.
Viewers like, get on with it, just turn the key.
Yeah, I know. But we like to take our time, make sure we're actually not blowing stuff up, so.
Well, it is a Ford, so it might blow up. I hope it fires right up. That would be sweet.
Everything clear up there, right?
Yep, clear.
Okay. You want to get up top, make sure you're seeing?
It would have already leaked.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, here goes nothing.
I think we're good. It would have already started leaking, especially with high pressure. Alrighty.
Starting to stink in here.
I say we take it on a very light test drive.
I think so too.
In the snow.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's in the snow.
Yeah.
And then,
yep. We'll go easy though.
Yeah, we should be good. It's kind of dark out, so. All right, let's get out of here. Let's do this.
Okay.
As long as it's the fuel pressure's holding, I think that's what matters at this point. Which I'm sure it is. Where are you at right now at rail? I'm just driving normally.
Right now it's at 18,000.
Nice.
That went up to 23,000. That was like
wow.
Half throttle, not even. So far, this is just normal driving. I mean, I'm not pushing it. This is how you would drive on a normal basis. Going easy. It's doing just fine.
Good, good.
You know? But it was before under normal driving circumstances, so we'll find out really when
when it gets daytime.
Yeah, tomorrow, hopefully maybe Monday.
All right, guys, we're gonna get back to you at daytime. We'll figure it out. But at least we're not leaking in actual and desired. Just even at like a quarter throttle, staying where it needs to be. So we should be fine. Don't do it, dude. Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's half throttle. I'm leaving it at that.
All right, let's get back to the garage. All right, so it's the next day, and the roads are clear, which is good. Have you got onto it? Just
No.
be honest. Have you beat on it once?
No, not at all.
Wow.
Actually, I haven't even driven it. It's just been sitting in my yard.
That would be hard. Honestly, I wouldn't. I'd be like, whatever. I'm just gonna hit it.
Well, and it's cold.
Yeah, I guess you're right. The engine is kind of cold. We got to do a couple blocks.
Yeah.
Drive it around a little bit, get her warmed up.
That's kind of what I was thinking. You know why it makes me nervous? I trust your skill, and from everything that I saw that I did in there, everything's fine. We hopped right in it. There was no engine code, so nothing.
Yeah, everything was just perfect. It worked out.
Yeah. There's no. I started it up yesterday, and there was no fuel spraying everywhere.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it would have already done it, I believe.
I think it would have done it right when you started it up.
High pressure, usually you'll know right away.
Yeah.
But
18,000 PSI, what we're doing right now. that's gonna escape for sure. If it's got anywhere to go, it's gonna find it.
Well, dude, that against your flesh will go right through your body.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
easy.
Like, I'm always so careful with high pressure lines.
Yeah, we're at 150 now, so yeah. That's staying right up there.
Yeah, I actually felt the tires kind of skirt. I don't know if you heard that, but I did.
I felt it.
It was a little buck.
Yep.
Nice.
That felt good. That definitely has more. Definitely has more in it than it did.
Are you just saying that, or?
I'm not saying that, no. No, it definitely feels more lively.
The DCR pump came in perfect, man. It came in perfect timing, everything. I'm glad we were able to get that knocked out.
Yeah, and your torque specs and everything, you were doing all that properly, so I trust in the process. The instructions were super clear. A-Rod gave us some good, clear instructions on some of those things too, so I think we're good.
I do this too, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
That's too far.
If my channel continues to go, mark my words, I will eventually get a 6.7. I absolutely love these engines. I don't love working on them. They're actually a lot more cramped than the Duramax engine, in my opinion, but they're
built. Show me your Denali. I haven't seen under the hood.
Oh, you're gonna be like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much easier. But really, it's not that big of a deal. Like, these trucks are built with quality. I've learned just from working on his.
So I didn't have the camera running, but
bummer.
we just blew.
Come on.
We just blew a boot.
Oh yeah, look at all that smoke.
That sucks. Yeah, she went kaboom.
That's hilarious. But I was doing 42 psi of boost.
Yeah, you did hit 42 psi.
Yeah, that's too much.
Have you ever hit 42 psi?
No.
Oh. Now we gotta take her easy. We gotta limp her back.
Watch that. Puking out.
This truck's not even deleted, it's stock.
Alright, what boot is it?
I hope it's something easy. I really don't want to work on your truck today.
Right? Last time it was this one, so it's not that one.
I wish it was that one.
Yeah, right.
That's probably that boot.
Right there.
Oh, it's down there?
Yeah, still easy enough. It's from the top pipe.
Hey, you tighten that.
Did I?
Yeah, you did.
I did, didn't I? You got some hairspray?
Little ugga-duggas.
Yeah. Yeah, quite a bit. Gotta love doing that too.
Nice. Well, all right, sir. I'm glad you're good. Let's not try to boost her to 42 psi again.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem, man. Hope to see you on the channel again. That's one way of cleaning your hands. Check out his other video. I guess you're gonna do a video on this?
Yeah. I'll compile what I can. So
we'll see how it turns out. Sweet.
Yeah. Alrighty.
All right, bro. See ya.
Yeah. All right. Take it easy.
So that is it for this video. He went ahead and took off. One happy customer. He didn't pay me anything, but I'm going to leave a link in the description for the DCR pump if you guys do want a Powerstroke, and if you have an LML Duramax and you want to do a CP3 conversion, there's all kinds of stuff you guys can do to upgrade your fuel system, but that is so important. I appreciate you guys watching as always. Now, as we speak, I'm working on this video right now, restoring a 20-year-old Duramax. You guys can't miss this next episode. If you're following this build whatsoever, I know I said that I'm going to keep the truck stock, but well, that's so hard for me. I can never leave anything alone. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get back to work. I appreciate your time as always. We'll see you on the next one. Stay tuned.